What is up, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about Doug Ernst's tweet about readers versus reapers, and it's something that I've been thinking about actually a lot over the last year, actually, when it comes to like the indie scene, the comic book scene. Thinking about actually a lot, just like and also like with content marketing, because it all comes down to really what all this comes down to is attention and the desire for one's need for attention. And in the indie comic book space, and you know, when you're running things like a business, attention is very important for the success of what you do. And it's just like this whole readers versus reapers thing, very interesting. I've thought about it. I've thought about it a bunch, and so when I saw Doug Ernst tweet about it, I was like, oh, like, you know, Doug has, you know, and what's cool about his tweet, and we'll get into it, is that, you know, he is slowly unpacking this. It's not a fully laid out idea that he's presenting, but I liked what he was saying, and I wanted to bring it up with you guys. You know, so let's do this. But should we get some music going at least to make us feel like, oh, like we're having a silly goose time? Should we do that to start off the show? Since I didn't even tell people I was gonna go live, so who knows how many people freaking show up? So should we do that at least?
I'm so fucking cute, bitch. I'm so fucking cute. Attitude abusive, but I'm so fucking cute. Kawaii, cutie on the beat, cooking up the heat. OMG, booty like Kylie, but shouty Taiwanese. Did you see her on the magazine and Times Square on the screens? Just like Reed, Fenty on my cheeks, Savage on his D. In the gym, sweat the R.I.P. Practicing Tai Chi, keep it chill, mental L.I.T. Keep it ill psyche. Hotter than wasabi, too spicy. Drop a P.I.C. Now I'm trending on IG. Yeah. I'm so fucking cute, bitch. I'm so fucking cute. Attitude abusive, but I'm so fucking cute. Ass fat broke that zipper. Cake back just got thicker. Face ain't got no fillers. Go on, arch that back for the picture. Bitch, I drip like liquor. Pussy in the floor stay wet like a river. Baby gon' shine like glitter. WAP? Looking at the baddest in the
What is this? Got our topics for today, guys. Got some tweets. We got some tweets. Real quick, though, before we get into the various tweets, because we got a tweet from Doug Ernst, we got a tweet about Common America, and then some other stuff I want to talk about. Dude, these lights are crazy. We got Poppin' Rico in the house. How you doing? We got Rob Kiro. How you doing? All right. But real quick, guys, Blackjack Duelist #1. I played Blackjack to Save the World is a comic that I am producing with Jose, and it's so fun. Like, Jose's killing it with the art. I forgot his last name. It was like Jose Lopez or Garcia. With Jose Garcia, he's got a book right now out as well, Club Van Fleur on Kickstarter. But yeah, I hope you guys go check. I hope you guys check this project out. We'll talk about more later in the show. But yeah, the goal is to get to $5,000 in pledges by Wednesday or Thursday. So if we can hit that, that would be fantastic. It's a fun one-shot comic. You know, it's good to have fun. It's good to do fun projects that aren't part of like a big main series and whatnot. Portugal says, "Oh God, please don't be drama with Doug. I love both of you guys." We'll see how it is. But yeah, we'll get into it. We'll wait till we get some more people and I talk about the Doug stuff. No, I've got no problems. Doug is fantastic. He, you know, I loved his tweet that he did talking about readers versus reapers, and I was like, okay, you know what? Let me dissect this because it's a topic that I've personally been thinking about as well for some time. So yeah. Oh, where's the chat on this one? Let's get the chat in there. There you guys go. I will say, like, it is so funny, like, the indie scene with like certain people. Like, there's a creator whose book is like I'll just say it. You have someone like Dean Fraga, and his book is like so late, and you see the people in like the comments like, where's my freaking book? He goes through all this drama with Comicsgate, and like now he's starting to like put out pages, and like they look fantastic. Like, don't get me wrong, like this looks freaking fantastic, but it's also like, dude, bro, what have you been doing? Like, why haven't you been putting the book out? I don't. There's so many creators who are just putting out so many late books. I think I saw like Edwin Boyette. He did a spreadsheet of like, there's probably over like $1 million worth of late books with EVS. It's crazy. I will say with Edwin, I don't know what you do all day, but like, if you're making spreadsheets on other people, like I think if you're like, man, EVS and Comicsgate, that's like crazy. I would also say like the moment you get into making spreadsheets about people, that you're just as crazy, in my opinion. But we like Edwin. That's just my personal opinion. But yeah, let's just get into actually, you know what? Let's just get into this. Let's just do this. All right, there's a tweet. All right, so this is from Doug Ernst. He says, I haven't fully unpacked this idea yet, but it seems like there are comic book readers and comic book reapers. Gotta watch out for them reapers. Readers logically read what they like and ignore what they don't like. A normal, well-adjusted person. Reapers obsessively search for things to pick apart and destroy, just as there are mainstream creators who only know how to deconstruct characters but can't build them back up. They perceive smashing things for the sake of smashing things as virtuous. The psychosis has metastasized and mutated a population that used to read and enjoy content. Reapers typically do not read enjoyment. It's actually vindictiveness masquerading as enjoyment. Comes from relentlessly gnawing on books and taking baseball bats to content of a designated target. The whole thing is unhealthy, but once it's started, a cycle begins, and any feedback, positive or negative, convinces the individual that their behavior is a valuable contribution to a greater cause. There is no reasoning with Reapers, because they long ago abandoned reason. The best response is to starve them of a response if possible. Now, this tweet garnered quite the response from people. Some people liked it, some people don't. A lot of people that didn't like it, I have them blocked, so like it doesn't matter. But no, it is very interesting. It's a very interesting tweet to unpack, because I fully believe it, and the reason why is because you can tell. Let me pull up my YouTube, so you can tell when I was like an active I'm gonna call all like an active reader, like reading for fun, but then an active reader reading for drama. Okay, so I have actually a lot of the video. So like this, I have like so many different eras on my YouTube. So on one hand, we've got the how-to era, which was a very long era on mine. I then had the let me actually try to draw and talk era of making content. I then went back to the how-to, but I tried to have like some kind of extreme twist to it, like 24-hour comic book challenge. Is it possible to print from home? So it was still like education, and then I try to get like more like serious and do like more like essay type content. Still how-to. So then this is kind of when I was like, I wonder if I'm able to talk about the stuff that I'm reading. And so I read the vision, and I was like, it then turned, this is the moment where I was like, is there a way for me to turn what I'm reading into content? And this is kind of like I said, like the downfall of Tom King. This is kind of like the downfall of my enjoyment of reading comics. So like it says, Tom King was his greatest success and it led to his downfall. So I read the vision, loved it. Volume 1, Volume 2. To me, I think this is Tom King's greatest work, because I think Tom King writes like a robot and the characters are robots. So it's perfect. So then with everything I read, I go, okay, like, can I dissect this? But then I was like, man, this is really hard to dissect. So I was like, let me just react to like Food Wars. And I went, okay. And then I realized, okay, this is actually really hard to like read and dissect stuff. Put that on the back burner. Let me go back into making how-to content with some drama content. And then I was like, okay, can I make more entertaining content? I turned Logan Paul into a shonen battle manga. And then this is where I found MangaTube. And this is where I was like, oh, okay, so this is how people turn what they're reading into content. And this was a blessing and a curse. So I at the time I was reading this really funny, because I have really trash taste, guys. I hope you guys know this. Like I have really bad like tastes, and like I love really trashy stories. So I was reading this romance one. It did finally end, and it was whack. I read that recently, but I'm not gonna. Maybe I'll make a bit. Well, no. Well, here's the problem. Well, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I read this, and then I read Uzumaki, and then I was like, okay, let me try reading One Piece, and then Goblin Slayer. But every time I read something, I was like, can I turn it into content? And then I got back into more like, okay, the things I read, let's turn it into content. And to me, this was like my golden era of like this is when I was the most happiest in comics. I was making the girl with the mega fist. I wasn't really doing live streams. I wasn't really in the Twitter sphere. I was just a guy making comics and putting out YouTube videos. That was it. And you can see like my focus, like my views were, 2,500, 1,300. Then I was like, okay, how can I turn this into like content, reading into what else content? Then, cracked it kind of right here with 16,000, 10,000, 8,000, 5,000, almost 2,000, 10,000, 99,000. And then someone was like, yo, dude, you got to go back to like making a live stream and coming back to the Twitterverse. And that's when I was like, okay, woke stuff, more drama, berserk, woke stuff. And then I was like, no, let me get back into reading Superman, telling me about like my favorite Superman book, some kind of fun, like these ones were fun, more what I'm reading, Batman, more what I'm reading. But then then this is when it was like game over. I went back into like the Comicsgate drama discussions. I had this one scheduled about like this webtoon I really liked, but yeah, and then I got into the Rippaverse, and then it was just like kind of game over from there. And I tried to bring it back and with like some Chainsaw Man content, but I just couldn't keep it up. So then I tried to go into like some day in the life stuff. That sucked. And then eventually I just kind of like gave up. And I've kind of like quote unquote given up on this channel. Not on you guys though, but just on this channel. I did like create a whole new channel. I'll just show you guys. It was called, so you guys see all my other channels. So it was called The Manga Cafe. So you could see like, I had the problem with the song, and like, look at these, look at that. I was posting once a week. So like this manga is Uncomfortable Read, 2,400 views, 3,000 views. This one didn't do as well as I thought, 375 views, but then 2,000 views. And then like my shorts is where I was killing it, because like you see that my like this one, 2.5 million views, 60,000 views, 23,000 views, 14,000 views. So like my shorts were killing it. But this is kind of like where things went to crap, was that I started viewing everything that I was reading as content. And when you view everything that you read as content, you then have to go, you have to start thinking of what you're reading in ways that you really shouldn't, like, especially if the work is supposed to be just for entertainment purposes. And so what would start happening is I would read a comic, and I would purposely look for anything that could drive a click, any panel that was like, what the F, any piece of dialogue that's like, what the heck. And then what I would do sometimes is I would seek out, like I would read all the stuff that I enjoy, realize if I was to share what I'm reading right now, this would get no views, no attention, no one would care. So I need to now find all the comics that people will care about, because those are going to bring in attention. So then naturally I start looking for shit comics that I can go, this is woke, this is SJW, man. And then that will drive a reaction. And when I realized that I started doing that, it took all the love of reading comics away. Like, I just stopped reading comics. The reason why I haven't posted in the Manga Cafe channel is I reached out to my editor, Anime, and I said, like one, I paid him. I was paying him every month to edit videos that I was never sending him. He'd be like, oh, dude, you got a video for me to edit? I'm like, no, but like, I'll still pay you because like I told you I would. But like, I was supposed to be putting out 4 videos a month on that channel, and I never did because I just stopped reading because I wasn't enjoying reading. And then the ones that I did read, I felt like I didn't want to share it with people because I was like, well, what's the point of me sharing that I'm reading this really trash manga, because no, it's going to get no views. So therefore it's pointless for me to share what I'm reading and enjoying because it's not going to get a good result. So I need to look up bad stuff. And so like, and that is so like that is, and that's crazy that I tied the enjoyment of something that I liked doing to the result of getting a view. And if I didn't get a view, then I didn't want to read the thing that I actually enjoyed. So then I started reading shit so that I could get views, which then made me stop enjoying what I liked doing, therefore just making me stop read comics completely. And so after like a month of not posting on that channel, no videos, not even reading, I had to tell Anime, like, oh, dude, I'm just like not doing this anymore. Like, I just don't have any love for reading right now. I don't want to I don't want to post videos. I don't want to read any new series. And that's wild. And so I'm slowly getting back into reading for enjoyment. And like, I want to start. And so like, let's get into this. So like, I was having that, you know, so-called Reaper identity, you know. And here's the thing. This is the whole like result equals like the reward of your quote unquote behavior. The whole thing is unhealthy, but once it's started, a cycle begins, and any feedback, positive or negative, because that's the attention, convinces the individual that their behavior is a valuable contribution to a greater cause. And that was what would happen is you would read something that's crap, post about it, it would then get a reaction, and then you're like, oh, look at that. I'm able to talk about this particular topic. You know, I'm able to, that's the wrong one. You know, I'm able to, you know, if I post like manga fans lied to me about this manga, like I purpose, like someone told me that I should read this and they're like, it's really good. But when I read it, I did not like it. So then it's so like I tried so hard to find things like, and then at that point you're searching for books to read that will be for the algorithm. Like the problem that I had with the Manga Cafe as well with that channel is that I was reading books that I don't particularly enjoy, but I knew they could potentially get views. Like those books didn't really hook me. Like I enjoyed Sakamoto Days. I think it's fine. It's not good enough in my opinion for me to warrant making tons of videos on it. Same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. But then I put a Sakamoto Days video out and it gets 2 million views. Oh my gosh, what should I do? My brain naturally says I need to put out more Sakamoto Days content, which means I need to keep reading this book that I'm not really enjoying. I put out Jujutsu Kaisen video. 10,000 views. My very first video did 10,000 views. I'm like, holy shit, I guess I need to do more Jujutsu Kaisen content. So I start reading Jujutsu Kaisen, even though I don't really enjoy it. And so, but I'm rewarded. I'm rewarded for doing something that I don't like. and that's the cycle, and eventually it just eats at you. And I agree. VNet says Fad says I hate the monetization of the internet. It's true. You do get rewarded for it. And then Lunchbox Warren says the monetization of drama is the worst part of social media. Agreed. Star, you can't imagine what it's like having your comic / manga recommendations being blatantly ignored for years. I actually did read the Flash New 52 like a month ago. I swear on my life I did. Francis Manipul, Brian Buccellato. I read it. I promise. I did promise. But yeah, going back to what Lunchbox Warren says, yeah, like the monetization of drama is the worst part of social media. Like that's the thing. Is I was talking to the internet has given us the ability to do like the worst things and have the worst opinions and find people who have similar worst opinions. And I say this for myself as well. Like, you guys shouldn't be listening to me. But like, okay, so like I try to tell my wife this, like back in the day, you would like back in the day before the internet, like let's say you were at school and you're like, oh my gosh, I think the yellow Teletubby Lala is hot and I want to fuck Lala. You would get beat up and everyone would make fun of you and you'd be called a loser. Fair. Now with the age of the internet, you can post on like Reddit, I think Lala, the yellow Teletubby, is hot and I want to fuck her. And while you still might get people who are like, gross, you're sick, there might be 10 or 20 people in the billions of people in the world, but you'll find those, 10 to 20 people who are like, I also think Lala is hot and want to fuck Lala. And now you become part of this Teletubby fetish subculture, and you're validated with your opinions. You're validated that yes, it's okay that you have this opinion, even though it's wild, and you're rewarded for that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I remember Tony James. He was very. I remember him and I were going back and forth, maybe in a DM or whatnot, and he was very upset because he's a bitch. But basically, what he didn't like is that if we had a discussion or a conversation or a debate, he didn't like that because more people thought maybe like my points were right, that therefore it was right. And what I tried telling him was that when it comes to certain types of discussions that aren't based on hard facts, like at the end of the day, there's no real right or wrong answer. It's just how many people can you get to agree with your point of view, because that then shows the strength of your argument. And he didn't like that. When you have a topic that's like Kickstarter is really bad for indie creators because it only promotes top professionals and porn books. Well, one, that's a very subjective opinion. That's a very subjective opinion. So then, okay, then we argue, and then let's go to head to head. Let's have a conversation about our thoughts. And there's no right or wrong answer because these aren't based on hard facts. They're all subjective, and so how you quote unquote are validated by how you're validated by your opinion is how many people you can get to agree with you. And that's kind of the same thing with a lot of things in society, like even going down to politics. There aren't right or wrong. There aren't like hard facts on how a country should be run or the rights of people are blah, blah, blah. So that's why every 4 years, that's why there's constant debates. That's why there's constant voting. That's why there's constant political discourse, because you're validated by getting the right amount of people to agree with you, and then that shit's voted on, and then it becomes a law or something, or a social norm. So you just have to be able, so like that's why it's really important for people to be able to communicate with one another and have these conversations. And so when you have people who maybe, let's say they read Doug Ernst's tweet and they go, oh my gosh, like that's horrible. It's like, well, like let's get into this and like let's have a conversation about it. Because if they think it's, oh, he's calling people reapers, it's like, okay, there's like no nuance, one, on the internet, but two, like let's actually look into this. And you know, I read Doug Ernst's tweet and I was like, yeah, you know what? I agree with him, because I was a reaper, and I can say exactly, I can pinpoint every moment. I can find conversations that I've had with Nicholas Mueller and Animan where I'm talking about, oh, I want to make a video on this, but it'll get no views, therefore I'm going to stop reading that series. It's so counterintuitive, and I'm going to look for the thing that's going to get the clicks, that's going to drive the views. And that's what he's talking about, because ultimately what he's saying is that reapers, if they do read, it's not out of enjoyment, it's a desire for attention, which means you're always going to be looking for the panel or for the comic or the series or the tweet that's going to get the most attention. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with getting attention. Getting attention isn't inherently bad at all. And if you're a creator, you should find ways to bring attention to yourself. I've tried to bring attention to myself by showcasing various things that I'm into, whether it's like my opinions on business, my opinions on marketing, my opinions on the indie sphere. And nothing I say is hard facts. These are all just my opinions. These are just my views. And so if I retweet someone saying I disagree with it, here's why. It's not an attack on that person's views or that person personally. It's just, hey, this is just my views on this. And that's what you're supposed to do. And you know, you could say the same thing. A reaper could say the same thing about making a comic, about nitpicking a comic. To me, though, it does get to a point where the line is separated, where you start seeing like true nitpicking and tearing apart. Like, for example, I have tried. There are some people I still keep around because I'm like, you know, I still think you're cool, but like your behavior, like knock it off. I have blocked a ton of pro Rippaverse people, like super pro Rippaverse people. I'm talking like I'm this close to like blocking Enlightened Fan, purely because like all they are is just like the biggest pro Rippaverse shill. And like, to me, I'm like, Enlightened Fan is almost like a more dangerous type of fan. Like, you almost don't want that kind of fan, in my opinion. Like, I'm happy that they're happy, but like, I don't know what this person does, but like, it's crazy that they're in every tweet talking about the Rippaverse. That's crazy. But I also block the super anti-Rippaverse people as well, because to me, that's when the nitpicking is absolute like bonkers, where it's like, I get it, you don't like the Rippaverse. That's fine, dude. Walk away. Like right now, everyone is talking about the what's it called? Whatever. I saw Kanan Wine. The girl's got like 2 guns, and everyone's talking about the perspective and whatnot. And it's like, do you like it or you don't? Like, I didn't mind the perspective, but you know, it's like all this nitpicking. It's like, I get it. You don't like it. You don't like it, but in some sense, you are being rewarded for not liking it. Because I saw this TikTok the other day, at the beginning of the year, and I was like, okay, I like that. It was, don't try to make friends this year. Make enemies, because if you make enemies, you'll find people who also think that your enemies are their enemies. So you should be friends with those people who have the same enemies, and that's how you make friends in 2025. And I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. So maybe that's it. Maybe it's like everyone has just this feeling of like, yeah, like we're bashing the Rippaverse. It's so freaking awesome. I don't know. What do you guys think? Readers, reapers. We got 27 people here. listening, um, you know, when you view everything as content, it does take away. For me at least, it takes away a lot of the fun out of everything. So, I've got 2 channels for my day job that we have, and I've started posting on one of them. And the goal of that is one of them is to be like a resume for like my just like my digital real estate resume. And the other one is for like more like B2B marketing, trying to get clients for my business. And it's crazy because like if I was to do something like this and talk with people and talk to those business owners and go, hey, this is how I could help you. I could talk to them for hours and hours and hours naturally. But now instead I have to think about all those natural conversations and make a list. Okay, how can I make a topic? How can I break this topic? How can I turn that to a thumbnail, a title? What's the hook? And when you turn everything into content, it does become a life suck. So when you start looking at what you enjoy the most, which I love reading comics, or I did at one point, and you start going, how can I make content out of this? At some point it goes, okay, reading comics becomes a job. So I have to read the right comic, not the one that I enjoy per se, but the right one. Colin, I don't enjoy making enemies, just network with friends like a normal person. We got poor Jamal saying, oh shoot, I gotta go. Guess I'll have to catch the rest on the VOD. Bye everyone. I'll see you, man. VNet, my opinion is just I follow what I like, but I do stuff for my own enjoyment. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Real quick, guys, while I've got 24 people here, guys, go check out Blackjack Duelist. It's currently on Kickstarter. I will put the link in the chat. We've got 7. Oh, look, we hit it. We got a backer. Thank you so much. We got 17 days to go. Trying to hit 5,000 by Wednesday or Thursday. So if we can do that, that'll be awesome. Sorry, I don't blame you, Tyler. At this point, it's a lot easier to just ignore the drama. Falling back into classic hobbies and entertainment is actually pretty decompressing. Oh yeah, like that's what that's what honestly like we should be doing, and it, it doesn't get as many likes. It doesn't get the clicks. You just have to share what you enjoy. And I saw a tweet from Doug Tenaple where he was saying that like the only way, like I think he said something like the only way you can do well in the indie sphere is you have to be in the culture war. And I don't agree with that personally, but it feels like that sometimes. Like it feels like that. But then I look at people like Kat or Pat Shand, Chris Moses, Stokes the Writer, Travis Gibb, like all those guys aren't in the culture war. They're just making comics and they're putting out comics. Pat Shand's doing over $1 million a year in comics. Where's his YouTube show? Where's his live streams? Who's he beefing with? He's not. He's working. He's at conventions. He's got like 5 or 6 employees. He's doing his thing. But I think it is a lot harder. And I think at that point, it is a lot harder. So yeah, I don't know. Like I read this tweet from Doug, and what it did for me was it made me go, yeah, like it made me think about all my thoughts. It made me go, you know what? Let's just go back. Let's just start going back into reading the stuff that we enjoy. Like I picked up Hush 2. It was all right. I started checking out some Invincible. I've been reading a shit ton of Batman. I started reading this really insane manga. I picked up Solo Leveling. I'm working on a ton of different books, and it just makes you go, okay, you know what? This is what we should do. This is what we should share. This is what we should talk about. Real quick, let me show you guys something. Let's see. Where's my... What the frick? It's It's weird that my video was like that. Let's see, studio mode. Check this out. This is my Batman comics. See, we're just making Batman comics. We're having a silly goose time making some Batman comics. So we got fucking panel 1. We're in some like warehouse, but there's a door. This guy walking in, opens the door, voice, dark shadows, guy sits down, and then it's revealed that it's the Joker, and then it says like, earlier that week, and then like we see the Joker right here. He's gonna be like talking. He's got all these chemicals and shit. He puts his finger into one of the chemicals, and this guy on this panel is like, "Yo, Jay, are you sure we gotta do this? I don't know if the chemical works." Joker's like, let's try it. Shoves his finger into the guy's mouth. You turn the page, and like the guy's been Joker-fied. Joker pulls out a gun, shoots him, and like basically tells the man like let's do this mission, blah 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 blah. Which then will lead to you have these guys, and they're about to launch their, the Joker's attack, and then who shows up but Batman. Well, no, you have these guys, their attempt fails. You go to Joker's van, and his side is about to win. And then, Batman shows up. They're like, we stopped him. They're like, oh, there was another car. And then you see like Two-Face has a package. Penguin has a package. The Riddler has a package. And then it's just boom, 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 explosions. Joker's in Arkham. He gets a visit. Batman is like, what the F? What the F is going on? Two-Face and Penguin have survived. Everyone's like, oh, what's going on? And then a little TV box with like a little helicopter shows up, and it's Harley Quinn, and she's like, yo, Bats, like Joker's been like framed. I got all the deets, but you gotta like come follow me, blah blah. Batman like jumps off the rooftop. You see this guy who was at the very beginning, but he was also right here. He's one of Joker's henchmen, and basically he's trying to do a land grab for like the crime. So he's trying to take out all the competition, frame it on Joker. And Joker's like, yo, dude, like, you don't think like I had like a contingency for all of this? Like, you don't think I have like Harley Quinn watching over things, my operation? And that Batman's led. So then he's like, what the F? And Harley Quinn tells like Penguin and Two-Face like, yo, you're getting played. The guy gets super mad. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, Joker. And then like Batman shows up, and then it's like you see his shadow, and Joker's like, what's up? But yeah, so it's like, it's not really like a Batman story per se. It's a Joker story. But yeah, like, this is what I've been doing for fun. Like I drew this page the other night for funsies. Like, who knows what happens with this, but it's fun. I'm having fun making comics, and isn't that the point? Shouldn't we be having fun making comics? Rexilium, I disagree with the pathology. I think there are people who are part of the hobby out of habit, and at the same time have become incredibly disillusioned by it. Hence the negativity. That's fair. Okay, so let's get into that. And like, I don't know. Maybe this makes me sound like a bad guy. Grow up. Because that's like, that to me, that's the answer. And I don't like, I am not like an OG comic book fan. Remember, I'm filled with youth. So like, I didn't grow up going to a comic book store. I didn't grow up with the 90s boom of Image. I didn't grow up collecting comics. my very first exposure to like sequential art was like the Sunday fun, like the Sunday cartoons. In 5th grade, my friend had a monthly like a Shonen Jump magazine that I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my whole wide world. In 6th grade, I learned about like individual manga volumes, and then when I was 19 years old, I bought my very first Batman comic at a comic book store. Like 19, like that was when I got into comics. Went to South Africa for 2 years, came back and was like, all right, I want to make comics. Keep in mind, from 5th grade to 8th grade, I had made like a 500-page comic, which I still have from when I was young. So like, I don't come from like that fandom of being like so passionate about like, oh, these are my characters. And like when I decided to stop reading Batman monthly, I didn't throw a hissy fit. I didn't like cry about it on the internet forever. I just went, I'm done. I'm done reading that, and I'll wait till like a good one comes out. And the last good Batman comic I read was the Batman Dylan Dog comic that came out recently. I enjoyed that. I'm not watching. I didn't see the Snow White trailer and go like, oh, like I just chose not to watch it. Like if they were like, oh, Batman's woke, it's like, well, there's so many other Batman comics to read, or I can always just go back to the old Batman comics that I enjoy. Like I can find a Batman comic, or I can find something new. Like that's the other thing, is like you can find something. So like, I don't know, like when I hear people say like, oh, it's part of the hobby, and then I've become disillusioned to it, and that's why I'm negative. I'm just like, to me, I'm like, grow up, find new things. Like there are good comics. Like there are still really good comics coming out in 2025. There are still good comics coming out in 2025. It's just, why aren't you putting your focus on that? You are what you put your focus on. So if you're looking for bad comics, you're going to find bad comics. If you're looking for good comics, you will find good comics. Like VNet, I guess I do talk about Bad Chainsaw Man Part 2 became, but I really like that that's as far as negativity goes for me. Dude, yeah, like I agree, man. Chainsaw Man Part 2 does suck. And so I just stopped reading it, and like maybe when it's finished I'll then go, okay, like let me binge this. But there are so many good books out right now, and there's also a ton of good indie books right now as well. It's a ton of really good indie series that people just like, they're not looking at because they're so focused on all the negativity. Like there are creators who are putting out books like, guys, can I put this Batman comic out before Cyberpunk? Like right now, I'm finishing up My Sexy Witch Academia. I think I have like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 12 more pages left to gray tone, and then lettering will take 2 days, and then we're done with that. So like, that'll be sick. And then after that, we have Super Plumber Sisters 4. We haven't even done the Kickstarter for that, but instead of paying myself on one of the campaigns, I just decided to reinvest it. And so all the line art for Volume 4 is completed. So I was like, instead of paying myself, I was like, let's just pay the artist a lot faster, and then we can get this project out. We can get this project done a lot faster. Dude, comics are sick. Comics are sick. Rexilium, I agreed. I'm not condoning the behavior, just stating the fact that those peeps exist. There is good stuff out there for sure. Okay, yeah. Like, I agree. I definitely need to acknowledge. We definitely should acknowledge them. My thing is like, everything that I do is I'm always trying to optimize everything. Maybe that makes me I don't know. Ms. H, Tyler, why are you not posting character designs on your Patreon? Oh, maybe I should. But my thing is all about like optimizing everything. Like if I can save myself like 5 minutes, I will literally spend like if I can like, so for example, I like having protein shakes, and it helps me like lose weight and blah blah blah. But what I hate is I hate having to get like the blender. I hate having to get like the blender out, then plug it in, and then I have to get the freaking cup, and I have to go get the part, pull, and then make it, then go blah blah blah, and then put everything back. No, I don't like that. It takes too long in my opinion. So what I find today, I found this like blender cup that the lid has a built-in blender, the blade in there, and you press a button wirelessly and it blends it, and then I can just drink it from the cup. And I'm like, perfect, water powder mix, done. That's what I like. If I can like in my business, if I go, okay, what do I need to focus on? What's taking me too long? Okay, what's taking me too long? This. Okay, sweet. Hire someone so I don't have to do that anymore. Hey, I'm taking all these meetings. You need to take all these meetings now. Like even my Kickstarters, and like this could be a detriment. I don't know. Oh, I got another backer. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Even my Kickstarters, all of this stuff is templated out in Canva. So I just have to drag and drop, boom, logo shows up. Boom, 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 drop the covers. All of this stuff is all templated out. So I can literally create a Kickstarter campaign in a day. Oh shit, dude, I wanted to back this. All right, guys, real quick, I do want to talk about Blackjack Duelist, but let's talk about what other people are doing real quick. Wild Wisps. This is Pat Shan's. Look at that. He's 43 creative. He's got so many freaking projects. This is one I'm excited to back. I'm curious. I think he's going to do a graphic novel after this, so I think I'm going to wait till the trade. Yeah, this one looks fantastic. What's this next one? Kaiju Cuties. They're the Zong Bros. They're so freaking talented. They're expensive, though. Oh, they're doing the interiors? Damn, these interiors are they're very nice. Holy crap. Very nice. Yeah, that's great. What's this one? Minx, Cyberpunk 4. Wow, 2 book launches. I don't know how I feel about that. That's crazy. Lately, I like to like scroll to the very bottom, see if there's any AI use. No AI use. That's good. We like that. I mean, it's working for them. It's working for them. Let's see. Let's see. Neostar, indeed, you can recommend other comics even if they blatantly ignore you. There are tons of good reads available that are not bad or woke. Jack Charlotte, woke is not a real thing. Neostar, well, woke is definitely a real thing. People, well, it's a concept that people believe in for sure. VNet, do you ever go on other people's channels? I've seen you on Calderon's chat once before. Sometimes. I don't get invited a lot, and like I try not to like impose like, hey, can you come on? Like I hate going on people's shows just so I can promote my stuff. So I try not to do that because I find it very just like disrespectful. Like I'm only gonna go on your show if it serves me to promote my book. Typically I'll go on other people's shows if they invite me, or like maybe there's just a really good conversation. Like right now, I'm trying to get a rematch with Tony James and on the Lucid Pod. As a moderator, because that'd be a really good topic in my opinion. I like having good conversations with people where we're able to debate, and then we're able to debate. I don't even care how crazy the debate is or nasty. Just like I love to debate. I love to like share ideas. I love to have my ideas challenged. I love challenging others, and then. Like as long as people are like, all right, so that was a good debate. Like I'm cool with that. Hobo Apple, France and the EU and Canada has some great comics, but but I'm gonna be honest, I do find the U.S. comics kind of stale. Sorry, it wasn't a league game, so could not write earlier. My personal favorite comics of the years are Long John Silver's and Thorgal. Interesting. Yeah, like there's a lot. Like there is a lot of like really good good comics out there. And I just think I think like people just need to share them, and like who knows, maybe like you're like this. Maybe I share that I'm reading this Bokutatsu Pink, Beat to Pink. Okay? Gory revenge thriller about a fierce young baseball player and a high school girl teaming up as vigilantes to punish sex offenders and brutally mutilate their dicks. This is the shit I like reading. It's fun, it's stupid, it's wild, it's wacky. I'm here for that. So maybe I'll make a video on that. Who freaking knows? I'm right now just trying to get to the point when it comes to the comics that I'm like, this is what I'm reading, this is what I'm working on. Like over the weekend, I penciled, I don't want to boost this post. These were my pencils for the Growth of Megafist chapter 51. Chapter 51, guys. Not a lot of people can say that they've done 51 chapters of their book. But yeah, 51 chapters. It's nuts. Like by the end of this volume, Growth of Megafist will have done 1,000 pages. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But yeah, I'm super excited about this one. I'll spoil it a little. Like top page right here is like from the Sanctuary. You have Decidian and Daya talking, and then you turn the page, you see a double page spread of Eliana on Earth fighting Son of Baal. Boom, boom, boom. They fight. Angel shows up, beats the shit out of them. Then we introduce a new character, which I'm super excited about. Yeah, it's just about, I don't know. I think the best way to optimize and sustain the enjoyment of the indie scene, in my opinion, and I'm learning this as I'm getting older, wiser, more mature, is just talking about what you like, showcasing what you like, making what you like, and hoping people gravitate from there. And if not, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if it was all to end tomorrow and I stopped making comics, I'd be like, yeah, I stopped making comics, but I'm still making comics. Like, I'd still put out, if I could never get one backer, I would still make a comic. I would pick I would still put out the Growth of Megafist. I'd put out the series for free. I would still make my own fucking Batman book. I would still, because at the end of the day, I still like making comics regardless of if I make money or not. Now, do I like making money on it? Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if I make money on the comics, I can make more money. I can make more comics, if that makes sense. Like, My Sexy Witch Academia does 20 grand. Instead of I could have put a lot of that into my own pocket. And instead I'm like, yes, let's put more money into some new books. Hey, I have enough now that I can pay a colorist for this Batman book that I can 100% not make any money on because that'd be illegal. So we're just going to do it for fun. Yeah. All right, guys. That was my spiel for tonight. Should we play Balatro in honor of Blackjack Duelist? Should we play Balatro in honor of Blackjack Duelist? Let's see. Stream. Because Balatro is a card game, and then they'll end the stream. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. All right, we got Balatro. That's so fucking funny. All right. Let's play it easy, guys, tonight. Let's just do that. Let's just do it. Let's just do an easy full house deck. Let's see how long we can get. Okay, this is not going well. Fuck, really? Guys, go back. Blackjack Duelist, link in the chat, link in the description. That's why we're playing cards. We're playing cards because of Blackjack Duelist. Well, I don't have enough money for a random joker, so all right. See, now everyone left. We had like 10 people just drop. They're like, fuck this. We are not watching Tyler play fucking Balatro. If you're still here watching this, just let me know. I'm so curious who actually stuck around. It was nice hearing from you again, Tyler, even if all I did was rant about recommendations being ignored for 7 years. But look, I didn't ignore them anymore. I read. I will make a video. I will make a video, Neostar, on how much I loved the Flash, because I did enjoy it. This is called Balatro. So you basically what it is you have the poker mechanics, and you're just trying to score every type of poker hand has like how many chips it gives you automatically plus a multiplier, and the Joker cards each do different things. So you have like 5 slots for a Joker card. So for example, this Joker card played cards with even ranks 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2 give you a +4 multiplier. So the goal is you're trying to get here's the point. So for this, you're trying to get 600 points. And so I'm going to try to do a flush. And so my flush brings it to a 35 chips +4 multiplier. Plus each of these give me points. Plus I'll get +4 multiplier per even card. So whereas if I wasn't doing it, and let's say I just did a high card, I only got 5 chips +1. So it's more advantageous for me to do this. And then I hit play hand. And you can see I crushed it with 1,300 points. What's the highest, VNet, what's the highest you've ever gotten? That's a fucking great card. What's the highest score you've ever gotten? So I remember talking to my brother, and I was like, dude, I kill it at this game. And he was like, I doubt you do. And I'm like, no, I'm serious. I kill it at this game. And he's like, I doubt you do. I doubt you even know how to play it. And I'm like, okay, fuck you. And he's like, well, what's the highest score you've ever gotten? And I was like, dude, I've gotten I've gotten 300,000 points. And he's like, that's how I know you don't play the game, because you think that's good. And I'm like, okay, let's fight. What is good? And he's like, I was in the billions the other night. So I'm like, fuck, you're in the billions? That's how you roll? So what this is going to do, guys, is I'm going to get a flush. I'm going to get 12 on top of this. Plus then it's going to times 2 that area. So there you go, 24,000. Yeah, so I was so pissed. I'm like, really? You hit that much? You hit a billion? So I played every fucking day trying to get a billion. Anyways, my highest is 630 quintillion. That's my highest score. My fucking gosh. Oh, L. Oh. Also, the 2000s Batman cartoon is also on Netflix if you want to check out a new Batman series. Is that the Batman? Is that what it's called? The Batman? Oh my gosh. These Jokers fucking suck. This is such a bad run. Tyler, get a billion, Carpenter. Oh yeah, dude. I've watched the Batman 2 or 3 times. It's so good. Wow, I'm hitting the worst cards. What's cool about it is like it's not afraid. There we go. It's not afraid to like do things differently. Like it took like a lot of liberties. The Batman is okay. The film goes on too long. Oh no, I'm not talking about the Batman. We're talking about what's it called? The cartoon The Batman. That one was excellent. Yeah, we're gonna lose all kinds of viewers. It's okay, guys. We're doing it because we like this game. That's why we're doing this. But it would also be really fucking cool if I could get like a decent fucking like, bro, give me some good stuff. Son of a bitch. Start talking shit about another game to get viewers. This is like not a good run. There we go. Jeez Louise. Oh, Tyler, you freaking idiot. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh, this run is so bad. No. Fuck. Okay, what do we got here? Ugh. Okay, sell. What we got? Ugh, that one fucking sucks. All right, at least. All right, at least the. I guess we can count our blessings, but wow. Holy shit, dude. That was horrible. All right. Hey, I have a comics question. With your IBS, did your parents have a hard time potty training you? They said I was very good at potty training, Tim. They said I was the best potty trainer. They hadn't seen anyone do it as well as I had ever before. I'm quite possibly the greatest potty trainer of all time in our family, to be honest. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if I was the greatest potty trained kid in the entire house. Oh, I should have done that too. Fuck. All right, here we go. Here we fucking go. Number 1 at number 2, you know it, dude. Number 1 at number 2. Ugh, that sucks. Dude, I'm getting all the worst cards. I'll be happy if I make it out alive on this fucking game. I should be hitting so many fucking points. This isn't good. Bro, give me something good. Damn it, man. Gosh, freaking dang it. Come on, give me a heart. There we go. Next comic, I was running a multi-million-dollar company, but now I'm the best at pooping. Dude, come on. Give me something fucking good. Son of a bitch, man. Tyler's parents are still potty training him. Dude, the only thing that really kept me alive that whole road trip, Tim, was the fact that I took those freaking pills. I jammed my asshole, guys, with these like pills so that I wouldn't poo my pants in Tim's car. Anti-poop pill. I know, dude. The crazy thing about that though is like I felt like I had to poop, just nothing would come out. These are the worst fucking cards. Oh my gosh, man. Tyler, you could probably make your own Super Smash Bros. Lineup, but the amount of comp characters you made, I'm actually kind of jealous. I would love to at some point, honestly. Like the thing that I do actually want to do is I do want to make like a deck building game with all my characters. Like if I was to do that, I'd probably contact like like the Vindicated team. Come on. Not good. Converts the left cards. Okay, so we'll do this. This is overkill. Only $5 fucking. This is all going to shit. There we go. I need this. Gosh, man, these. Let's say I still want to eventually make an indie crossover fighting game, or at least recreate the Namco X Capcom intro with Riser Man, with all his indie pals. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'd love to make a deck building game where, like, you know, you could have it. Fuck. Where basically, like, let's say you have like Lucia's wrench. You could have Lucia's wrench from Super Plumber Sisters, and if you equip it to Lucia, you get like a bunch, you get like added points. But if it's like to someone else, it's just they just get the standard power up. But if Lucia is wielding it, then it's like double. So like there's some like maybe I'm doing like a Super Plumber Sisters build, where I'm trying to do all of those ones. Come on, I just need money because these jokers fucking suck. Oh my gosh. Last reroll. Fuck. No repeat hands. I'm royally fucked on this one. This is it. Oh, I didn't even. That's just a pair. I'm so stupid. I'm not hitting this, am I? Dude, where, like, see all my kings are just chilling there that they're not giving to me. I've got to risk this. I'm just going to do a high card. Fuck. I died. Okay, guys, I am pretty determined to like win a run. Hold on. Fuck that. That sucked. I don't care if I play this game and there's no one fucking watching. That's how fucking determined I am on this. Give me a fucking heart. Come on. Oh, my money's going to be absolute dog shit. Oh, my stars. Got no money from that. Okay. It's okay. We got a rare joker. We're going to pump it up. What's the rare joker? Where is it? That's the rare one. That one fucking sucks. That's the worst rare joker. I fucking hate that joker. Oh my gosh. All right, this is just to sustain us for a tad bit. All right, I guess we're going diamonds. $13 people here, guys. Go check out Blackjack Duelist. Link in the chat, link in the description. Fuck, I just needed it. All right, sell. Redeem. The problem is this card is not going to last very long. Tyler Shackfu Carpenter. I'm not giving up, guys. Ugh. Dude, why are they giving me such shitty cards? Come on, give me something. Got more diamonds? All right, we'll take them. No repeat hands. Sounds good. Come on. We'll take it. I need this so bad. Come on. What else is going on in the indie comic sphere, guys? I don't even have enough fucking money for it. That's rich. Now I do. What else is going on? What are people up to these days? This isn't good. Not good. All right. All right, this card's a problem. We gotta get rid of it. Zero discards. Fucking fantastic. This is not good. And I gotta hit 10,000. Are you out of your mind? I'm not gonna hit any of these. Oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. Come on, give me a club. Oh, that's a spade. Fuck. Ah, I lost. Fuck, guys. I done sucked, man. I'm failing. I'm like royally failing. All right. Let's try a seeded run. Let's see. Let's see how we can do with a seeded run. What the fuck? Okay. Fuck. Okay. Should I destroy cards? Is that what it wants me to do? Should I turn everything into diamonds? Let's just use Terra. Okay. Well, let's just get money. This is a spectral deck. This is a spectral. All diamond cards are debuffed. Okay, am I gonna get anything else? It's not a fucking diamond. All right. All right, there we go. 11 people watching, guys. The most intense fucking shit you've ever seen. Oh, that's not what we wanted, but oh well. My group is preparing to launch the Tales to Inspire anthology sometime this month. We're likely to do a launch stream on the 18th. Oh, nice. Miss Sage got a beach special on the way. We love beach specials. Everyone loves a good beach special. I think did this Common America come out on Wednesday? It might. Come on, give me something good. Nope, none of those are fucking good at all. Tyler and 10 shit Carpenter. See, we see, like, we do a seeded run, we kill it. That's what happens. We do a seeded run and we kill it. It's despicable. Well, I don't even know what I'm trying. We're trying to build clubs. That's what we want. We want clubs. I'll tell you, made me decide to boot up Eladra. Now I won't sleep tonight. It's fucking addicting, man. No, wow, those were all really bad. Oh, I should not have done any of what I just did. This will be the last thing we do tonight, honestly. 10:06. Okay. I need a way to duplicate my kings. Okay, it's game over now. Give me a king. Yes. I probably shouldn't have used glass on that king. I think it broke. Oh shit, all club cards are... Oh no. Okay, I got some non-club kings. Bro. This isn't good. Bro, come on. Give me some of this other stuff. All right, there we go. That was getting scary. Oh, shit, we didn't even hit it. Is this it? Fuck. I queefed at the end, guys. I still couldn't hit it. What if I put this red seal on? Oh my gosh, I still couldn't hit it. Fuck. How can I prove to you guys that I hit 16 quintillion? I don't think I can. 630 quintillion. I just don't think I can. I don't think I can. Wow, I embarrassed myself. Guys, go check out Blackjack Duelist. I failed. I think we failed today. Ah, frick.
I'm so fucking cute, bitch.
All right.
I'm so fucking
I've got
cute.
2 orders I got to put out tonight, unpackaged. So thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Maybe, well, you know what? I'm going to start posting about all the books I read. I'm going to start posting what I read.
Did you see her on the magazine and Times Square on the screens? Just like Reed, Fenty on my
Peace
cheek,
out.
Savage on his D. In the gym, sweat the RIP, practicing Tai Chi. Keep it chill, mental LIT, keep it ill psyche. Hotter than wasabi, too spicy. Drop a PIC, now I'm trending on IG. Yeah, I'm so fucking cute, bitch. I'm so fucking cute. Attitude abusive, but I'm so fucking cute. Ass fat broke that zipper, cake back just got thicker. Face ain't got no fillers, go on, arch that back for the picture. Bitch, I drip like liquor, pussy in the floor stay wet like a river. Baby gon' shine like glitter, looking at the baddest of them all in the mirror. Now every bitch on the block is gonna copy. Don't need to tell them to stop, they couldn't top me. My beat sound sicker, but my peach look bigger. Bank account got more figures, cutest bitch in the litter. I'm so fucking cute, bitch. I'm so fucking cute. Attitude abusive, but I'm so fucking cute.